Most people spend their entire lives trying to earn more money, believing that a higher income alone will solve all financial problems. But the reality is very different. There are countless examples of people who earn very well, yet still live paycheck to paycheck, while others with average income quietly build long-term wealth and financial freedom. The real difference between these two groups is not income, but financial intelligence. Rich people do not simply earn money and spend it. They build systems around money. They control it, organize it, grow it, and most importantly, make it work for them instead of working only for it. Wealth is not created randomly. It is created through a combination of mindset, discipline, patience, and long-term planning. Rich people follow a completely different approach to money compared to the average person, and these differences are often invisible from the outside. In this video, we will go much deeper into how rich people actually manage their money, how they think about wealth, and what hidden principles they use to grow financial freedom over time. These are not shortcuts or tricks, but real financial habits that shape long-term success. Let's begin step by step. 10. They build a financial plan instead of living without direction. One of the first things rich people do is create a clear financial plan. They do not rely on guesswork or random decisions. Every rupee or dollar they earn has a purpose before it is even spent. Most people live without any financial direction. They earn money, spend money, and hope things will work out in the future. Rich people do the opposite. They decide where their money will go in advance, how much will be saved, how much will be invested, and how much will be used for lifestyle. This structured approach removes confusion and builds control over financial life. 9. They think in terms of cash flow, not just income. Average people focus only on how much money they earn. Rich people focus on how money flows. They understand that income alone does not create wealth, cash flow does. Cash flow means money coming in from multiple sources such as investments, businesses, and assets. Even when they are not actively working, money continues to flow into their system. This shift in thinking changes everything because it focuses on building systems instead of depending on time-based earnings. 8. They use money as a tool to create more money. Rich people never see money as something to simply store or spend. They see it as a tool that should be used to generate more money. Instead of keeping large amounts of money idle, they put it into investments, business opportunities, or income-generating assets. Their goal is always growth, not just preservation. This mindset ensures that their money is constantly working, even when they are not. 7. They understand risk but never fear it completely. One of the biggest differences between rich and average people is their attitude toward risk. Average people often avoid risk completely, which keeps them financially stuck. Rich people understand risk, analyze it, and manage it instead of fearing it. They do not take reckless risks, but they also do not avoid opportunities just because there is uncertainty. They balance risk with knowledge, planning, and diversification. This calculated approach allows them to grow wealth while minimizing unnecessary losses. 6. They focus on building multiple income layers. Rich people rarely rely on a single source of income. Instead, they build multiple income layers over time. These layers may include salary or business income, investment returns, rental income, digital income, and other financial streams. The purpose of multiple income sources is stability. If one source slows down, others continue to support their financial system. This reduces dependence on any single job or business. Over time, these layers create strong financial security. 5. They avoid emotional spending completely. One of the strongest habits of rich people is emotional control over spending. They do not buy things just because they feel like it, are influenced by others, or want temporary satisfaction. They always evaluate whether a purchase adds long-term value or not. If something does not improve their financial position or quality of life significantly, they avoid it. This discipline prevents unnecessary financial leakage and keeps more money available for growth. 4. They continuously reinvest instead of consuming profits. When rich people make money, they rarely spend all of it. Instead, they reinvest a large portion back into assets that generate more income. This reinvestment cycle is one of the most powerful wealth-building strategies in the world. It allows money to grow exponentially over time through compounding effects. The focus is always on expansion, not consumption. 3. They prioritize financial education throughout life. Rich people never stop learning about money. They continuously study investments, markets, business strategies, and financial systems. This constant learning helps them make better decisions and avoid costly mistakes. They understand that financial knowledge directly impacts financial results. While average people may rely on advice or luck, rich people rely on understanding. 2. They build systems that generate income automatically instead of trading time for money. Rich people build systems that generate income even when they are not actively working. These systems can be businesses, investments, automated processes, or digital platforms. The goal is to reduce dependence on time and increase financial efficiency. Once these systems are strong, income becomes more stable and scalable. 1. They focus on financial freedom, not just wealth accumulation. The ultimate goal of rich people is not just to accumulate money, but to achieve financial freedom. This means reaching a point where they're not dependent on active work to maintain their lifestyle. Financial freedom allows them to control their time, choices, and lifestyle without financial pressure. This mindset is what separates temporary success from long-term wealth. Everything they do financially is directed toward this final goal. Managing money like rich people is not about having more opportunities than others. It is about having better habits, better discipline, and a better understanding of how money actually works. Most people focus only on earning more, but rich people focus on managing better. This simple difference creates completely different financial outcomes over time. The best part is that these principles are not limited to the wealthy. Anyone can start applying them today, regardless of their current financial situation. Even small changes in how you think, save, and invest can slowly transform your entire financial future. Wealth is not built in a single moment. It is built through consistent decisions, repeated over years, with patience and discipline. And once you start thinking like rich people, your financial life will never be the same again.